Hello, hi Megha. How are you doing?
Good morning, Pranjal. How are you doing? I'm fine.
Good morning. I'm doing really well. How about
Awesome.
you?
Same here.
That's
I
great.
see that. Were you out for a jog or something?
Sorry, I didn't get you.
Did you go out for a jog or to the gym? Because I can see you're all dressed up, ready to, hit the gym, or you're back from the gym.
No, not now. Not in the morning
Oh,
because morning exercise
okay.
I really don't like it to do it because
Mm-hmm.
most of the time I do heavy weightlifting. So if you just
Oh,
do it heavy weightlifting, so that morning exercise would be the you know best time to do it.
okay. Got it.
Evening time.
In the evening time, yeah. You told me, na, you like to do it in the evening. So, so today's a Monday
Yeah.
morning. Are you glad that it's Monday, or do you wish the weekend should have been extended by one more day?
No, I think all days are equal for me. It's not about
Mhm.
Monday or Sunday or Saturday, something
Okay.
like that. No, because because I work all 7 days, so for me all are equal. It's not there is no any kind of a
Okay.
difference.
What do you work? I mean, what do you work as?
Sorry, what I work like what?
What do you do? You said you work all 7 days a week, right?
Like my workout and my job. I'm working professional as well. So yeah,
Okay, that's
yeah.
nice. So you're able to strike that work-life balance in this pandemic situation, or is it still a challenge?
No, for the initial days, yeah, I can say that at that moment that was kind of a challenge. But now I am used to it, so that yeah, I'm used to it, so that I can handle both things together simultaneously.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's good. And since you're already so much into fitness, right? So how important do you think is good sleep uh, to be fit in life?
it's very important. Sleeping proper sleep is very important to I would say to run your mind in a proper way and to keep your health to keep yourself healthy. Because if you do not take proper sleep, I would say that you can't just put your 100%, right, for your
Mhm.
upcoming
Yeah.
days. Because sleeping is one of the part which can help you to grow your muscles, right,
Yeah.
body muscles, right.
Mhm.
So if you take proper rest, then only you can expect that, yeah, your muscle can grow, your muscle can grow properly.
Yes.
Otherwise, no. And the sleeping
Yes.
mind for sleeping is very important for mind as well, right. You Most of the time you just notice that when you do not take proper sleep, so that your day is like something mess.
Yes.
You can't just put
Absolutely.
you, you can't just put efforts, or you can't just can't concentrate it. It
Yes.
cannot be concentrated properly, right. So this is
Absolutely
the
true.
thing.
So these days there are many devices to monitor our sleep, right? People wear these fitness bands on their wrists before they go to sleep to monitor the sleep cycle. So what about you? Do you use any sort of devices to track your sleep?
No, I really do not prefer such devices
Mhm.
to track my sleep, just because of
Okay.
yeah, just because I know that a 7 or 8 hours sleep is very important. If you just go to the
Yes.
bed, in the proper time, right, and
Mhm.
you just wake up in the proper time, so you
Mhm.
really don't need to track your sleeping time,
Yes. So,
right.
yeah, these days people are so obsessed with data, right? They want data about everything, even their sleep. Like, when did they have a deep sleep? When was the sleep not that good? So they will need data on everything. So I think that's why. What do you think? Will you ever consider buying such devices in the future?
No, I really don't think that I would recommend anyone regarding these devices to purchase or to track your sleeping times and all these things. I know that
Okay.
we are just living in a technical and a virtual world, but it's not like you should
Mhm.
more into it, right? Right. You
Yes.
should follow some ancient or some old, I
Mhm.
would say, methods, right, which
Mhm.
can help
Mhm.
you to balance your sleeping time or
Mhm.
balance your day, right.
Yes.
It's not about everything you should have technical. No, it's really not necessary. So don't
True.
be like a robot. You are a human being.
Yeah.
Don't be
Yes.
like a
Yes.
robot, right.
Yes.
So I don't
Absolutely,
think
Pranjal.
that I don't think that sleeping track and all these things are necessary. If you are just going to purchase these things, so you are just going to waste your money, right? Why?
Yes. And I think they add so much logistics to simple things like that. It ends up complicating the life, unnecessary complications. So if we
Agree with
have a
you.
deep sleep, yeah, if we have a deep sleep, we'll know it the next morning because we'll wake up all fresh and energized. If our sleep was not that good, we'll know that in the morning again. Like, okay, we wake up all groggy and no cranky like that, right? So
Definitely,
yes,
definitely. If you
yeah.
just if you just make your day productive, if you do it like
Hmm.
that, if you work every single
Yeah.
day, right? So yeah, you can
Hmm.
take your proper sleep. You really don't need these accessories to to make you to give you a better sleep, right? It's not necessary. Just work every
Absolutely
day. Just
true.
work every day. I would say that work every day, right? Physically at the physical
Hmm.
level, at the mental level. Yeah, they will give you a proper sleep. They will give you enough time to you
Yeah.
can take your proper sleep. This is the important thing.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so
That's true. That's
Mega,
true.
yeah,
Yeah.
Mega. So what I'm gonna do is like today I'm going to make my conversation or make my this video conference quite different. Like today I'm going to read one article from the
Hmm.
Hindu, right? Hindustan time, right?
Okay.
So I have
Sure.
I have a paper. I have a
Hmm.
paper, right? Because I haven't done this
Okay.
thing before in my Clapingo conversation.
Okay.
So I just want to check my
Hmm.
reading skills, right? Because reading is skill that I have been facing a
Hmm.
lot of issues, right? So I just want to get recommendation. I would say recommendation, or I just want to get a feedback from you that how my reading skills is, right? How
Okay. So
how
two things
flexible
I
I
want to
am.
know. What? Okay. What are the things? Do you want me to focus on your pronunciation and your intonation and anything else?
I want you to
Hmm.
concentrate on my pronunciation first thing,
Hmm.
and the second thing that my rate of speech,
Rate of speech.
that how am I
Okay.
going, right? Right.
Okay. So don't
So
speak
these
too
two things.
fast. Don't speak too fast. Don't talk rapidly. Speak slowly. That should be enough. Like how you talk to a regular person. Whenever there are full stops and commas, take a pause. Okay. Take a pause like how you normally do when you're speaking. And you mentioned accessories. You pronounce it as accessories. Okay. It's accessories. So that
Yeah,
one
sorry.
pronunciation. Okay. So no, don't have to be sorry. It's just an observation. Yes, please. For how many minutes will you read out? How big is that article?
I'll can you
Yeah,
just
yes,
see it?
please.
This is the article. I'm going to read it.
Okay, I
It
want
will
you to
take
read
hardly.
the, yeah, I want you
Yeah,
to
you
read
want
the
me to?
first two paragraphs in that article.
Definitely. Just give me a moment.
Sure.
Yeah, so I'm going to start. So India evacuated nearly 4,400 people, and including 325 of its nationals, and who were just in Afghanistan on three flights and from different destinations on Sunday, as the government and accelerated efforts to bring back all citizens after the situation at Kabul and airport and deteriorate further. A total of 87 Indians and two Nepali citizens were just fallen from the Tajikistan and a capital of just Dushanbe to Delhi in a special Air India and a flight that arrived shortly after 5 a.m. And they were earlier evacuated from Kabul to Dushanbe and C-130 and Hercules aircraft of Indian Air Force and IAF on Saturday. Now, another 168 people, including 107 Indians, are just 23 Afghan and six and Hindus, were just flown out of the Kabul in just a C-17 heavy lift aircraft, and they are just expected to reach Hin- Hindon air base later on Sunday. And Afghan lawmakers just anarchically and on it
Uh, conferred as an honor. That's honorary. Okay.
honorary. Okay, it's honorary, and
Okay.
Narendra Singh, Khalsa, and their families were just among the Sikhs and Hindus, and they were just escorted into Kabul and airport by international forces, and
Is there
after
an
the
and there,
Taliban.
Pranjal? And is there an and
Sorry,
there? You
no.
mentioned you read it as an and, na? So you do that sometimes. Don't read and if it's not there. Okay. Just read the word to word.
Okay,
Okay.
and you're talking about and.
Yeah, I heard you say and. So is there an and in the article before Kabul?
No, it's No, before Kabul, if I talk about, so that no, there is no am.
Okay, okay. So, how many paragraphs did you read?
I read one, two, three. Third is going on.
One.
It
Third
is
is
about
going
to
on.
complete. Yeah, it
Okay,
is
the
about to
last one you
complete.
complete, and I'll give you feedback on this. Okay.
Def- Definitely for sure. By international forces after the Taliban, and prevent a group of more than 70 Afghan and a six and a Hindus for entering the airport on Saturday. Yeah, it has been
Okay.
completed.
Okay. And you again said six and a Hindus. What is there after six? I want you to read out properly. Six.
70 Afghans, six and Hindus from entering the airport on Saturday. Yeah.
That eight should be prominent there. Okay. So, okay. So I really want you to work initially when you begin the article, right? Where you started with nowadays, if I'm right, your voice has to be assertive. It has to be strong. Okay.
Sure.
Like nowadays, um, that's how you'll start. Nowadays, you'll stress on that. You'll have to sound a little more assertive when you begin any passage, begin reading any passage. Okay.
Mm.
And second thing that I want to tell you is, you said were flown out of the Kabul. So were flown out of, you have to say it together. Were flown out of Kabul. It cannot be were flown out of Kabul. Were flown out of. That should be together. So that is how the gap will be. Hello.
Yeah.
Okay. And I want you to work on your voice modulation a little bit. It was slightly monotonous. I'm not saying be extremely expressive, like dramatic kind of expressions, not like that. When you read any large number, like hundreds of, of people from Afghanistan, when you say hundreds of, there needs to be a stress, okay? And when you say now, the beginning, it's completed, right? And the pronunciation of H, like six, okay? The six and the Hindus, not six and Hindus. It is KH, not KS,
Yeah.
right? So that is one thing. So I want you to work on the beginning of your passage. The assertiveness should be there, and whenever there is a full stop, give a pause. Don't read it in one breath. Okay, give a pause when there is a full stop, give a pause when there is a comma. For example, nowadays, comma, and you'll read it, you will say it as nowadays children are addicted to the internet. Okay, and then there will be a
Yeah.
full stop, and then there is a next thing. This is a cause of concern for many parents across the globe. See, when you say many parents, it denotes some large number, so you will stress on that. So when you see any large number or any group in the number, so you will highlight that with your voice, okay, so
Definitely.
that it is not monotonous. So these are some things that I want you to work on. When you you will understand the feedback that I've given you, right? Again, try reading the same passage by taking the pauses, by sounding assertive when you begin the passage and when you're stressing on some important facts. Okay.
Sure.
Um, so this would be my feedback for your reading part. I hope this
Because
was helpful. Yeah.
definitely, because sometimes what
Mhm.
happens is like
Mhm.
whenever I just read newspaper, it's been like two
Mhm.
months that I have been just reading English newspaper, and I have
Okay.
been just focusing on it. So what
Mhm.
happens, like whenever I just read it, sometime
Mhm.
when I just come across with the difficult words, so I just
Yeah.
take long pause, right, to pronounce those words. Sometimes happens with me.
That's okay. That's okay. That is how we learn. Like, if it is a new word, it happens with me also. If it is a new word and we've never read it before, it is natural to make a mistake in the first go and then take a
Okay.
pause, learn its pronunciation, and do it all over again and read it again.
Right.
So that's fine, okay? But when the second time you're reading it, it has to be accurate. The first time, if you got it, the second time when you're reading that new word, it has to be accurate. The first time, it's
So
okay.
didn't you?
Mhm.
Yeah. So didn't you feel like my reading quite awkward and pronunciation is quite awkward?
Only the first part, only the first paragraph when you were reading it, I felt you're hesitating, right? That's why I said you have to
Definitely.
sound assertive. You shouldn't sound awkward or mumbling type. It has to be
Yeah.
assertive. That is why I gave that feedback for the first
Yeah.
paragraph. From
No, I'll
second
definitely
onwards,
work
you
on it.
picked it up. Yeah. From the second paragraph onwards, you picked it up. You didn't sound
Yeah.
that awkward. The second and third. Only the first
Yeah.
one was the problem.
Yeah. Most of the time it happens with me.
Yes, yes, yes. So that is it. That confidence should be there from the first line that you're reading, and it has to continue till the end. Okay.
Sure, definitely. I'll definitely work on it
Yes.
next time. Make sure.